All right, folks, here we have a review of the Zen Bidet Z-500 hot and cold dual nozzle brass components, yada yada yada. So anyway, this is a new bidet that I bought since our Lux Neo 120 started to leak. Had that Lux Neo 120. I was going to say something, but I know the YouTube police are out these days, so got to be mindful of the YouTube police. Anyway, the Lux 120 started to leak, but it lasted over 2 years. It was a great first toilet bidet, and this is our new unit with hot and cold features. So if you look at the unit, it's basically got two nozzles where the water jets out. That's actually one's for a rear and one is a front nozzle, I guess, for male or female. So but there you go. So basically you got the normal water cold connection to the right. This came with a metal adapter, which is nicer than the plastic one that came with the Lux, no doubt about that. This supply line here, that's to the cold line, the one to the right there, and then coming over to the left. That came with the unit. That's actually a pretty good, it's a 3/8 by 3/8, I think 24-inch hose. And the one on the left side that I have hooked up to the new water supply, that's hot water. Again, I piped it in from here. That's my hot water supply, came down to a sweat valve there, its own valve, a little bit of a support there on the bottom. That is a 3/8 by 3/8 20-inch line that I bought from the Home Depot. I'm not really too crazy about how this looks here with these lines. I'm not sure how I'm going to clean that up. Might get different lines. I'm not really sure if I could even do solid copper lines, and I'm not sure that it's going to look any better anyway. So, but I might go back to the Home Depot and get two of the another one of these 3/8 by 3/8 lines, so that way they both look the same. And I think the 20-inch is more than you need. The 24-inch for this purpose is, yeah, you obviously see it's like all snaking around and so forth. So that's what we got. So anyhow, don't know if I could show it to you this way, right? But that's the controls, right? So obviously I can't turn it on and get soaked here. But the first one up there, nozzle cleaning. So you turn that to the right, and immediately it starts to clean or get you some hot water supplied, right? So that's like a little bit of a trick. You kind of get the hot water going. The one in the middle, it's your main control, and the one in the back is the obviously the hot cold blender mix. Let me tell you, this thing is a big difference to just having the cold water supply. So really taking a little bit of time and piping in hot water here, well worth it. Well worth, the time and effort that it took to actually get that done. Again, here's what you're looking at. Those little towels, microfiber towels with the toilet paper on top. I just finished this up, so I just wanted to make sure that there's no leaks or anything. So everything looks really good. But again, it's well worth the effort to basically pipe in the hot water. I do have electric here, but again, the electric units that had hot water were about just under $300, and they used about like 900 watts. I think they were basically like it had its own reservoir where it kept the water hot. So you're basically burning energy all the time for the toilet, which I thought was a waste. And I'm not too crazy about having electric to the toilet. Electric and water usually don't mix. I'm not sure how good a quality unit you could get for $300. I'm sure they're fine, but anyway, I didn't want to do that. So anyhow, just a little bit of a summary. This new line that I put in, I sweat this this copper 1 inch, half-inch copper pipe, sweat it, put an elbow, and then from the elbow I put a riser, and from that I did an adapter to the PEX pipe, right? So I took a whole section to this L that you can't see behind the wall, right? To that L, the riser behind the wall of copper pipe is only about 2-3 inches, but I took a solid 10-foot section of half-inch shark bite pipe, right? PEX pipe, and connected it to that end. I fed that entire 10-foot section in and up the wall. Made a hole here so that way I was able to chase it. Made a hole there so that way I was able to chase it. I've got some, you can't see it, but I've got some heating pipes and things of the nature. It wasn't really a free shot all the way up to top, so I needed those access holes. And obviously I have this big access hole because I had to sweat in my copper T, riser, elbow, across, and that back there is again a shark bite transition piece with a stainless steel cinch clamp. So that's that. Again, really happy with how this turned out. Not too crazy about how this looks with these flex lines here, etc. But it works. It's really functional. I like the idea of having the hot mix toilet bidet. So if you're doing new construction, I think, you know, it's really wise to plumb in, you know, hot water to your toilet and an electric supply as well. These are becoming more and more popular. And I think maybe now that I have this going, I might actually do a nicer version of this where they sell the entire toilet seat, right? The entire toilet seat instead of just this additional mechanism that you see here, right? Instead of this, where's my foot? There it is. Instead of just having this thing, the jiggy, they actually sell an entire toilet seat, which should make this look a lot cleaner. So maybe we'll do that to the upstairs bathroom, but we got to plumb in some hot water there. So there you have it. If you've never tried a toilet bidet, you should. If you have the ability to pipe in hot water, you really will appreciate it. It's so much better. So that's my review. I really like this bidet, even though it's only been in here for, I don't know, 30-40 minutes. I like it. I used it. It's definitely a big difference. So that's that. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.